morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, it is the 14th of April. It is day God knows what of lockdown. But this morning I have a finished pair of socks. I have kitchen-nud the toe, and they are all complete. And I have shown Casey them this morning. I said, I've got a little present for you, and she was like, oh, and I showed her a sock. She went, don't they fit you? I said, no, I've made them for you. They really remind me of Cadbury's cream egg though. The purple's probably not as dark as a normal cream egg, but they just remind me of a Cadbury's cream egg. I've put a little bit more makeup on today just because I felt like it. I don't know. I put a darker lipstick on. I think that is what is making me feel like I'm a bit more dolled up. But I did do some drawing last night, but it was not for me, so that might come out in the pipeline a little bit later on what I did. So yeah, I did that last night. I haven't worked any on my top. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you commenting on the problem that I had with my eye and the problems that I've had with my ankles over the last couple of days. Now my eye is a lot better. But I just want to put something out there. I was on the phone to my mum and sister yesterday on FaceTiming each other, and my mum went, you put a bit of makeup on today? And I was like, yeah, just to make me feel a little bit better. She went, but Denise, you've only put it on one side of your face. I was like, no, I haven't. But if you actually look at my eyes, I have vitiligo, which is, I don't know if you're gonna, can you see the skin tone colour change? Where, oh, I have it on my hand. You're probably not going to see it very well. Sort of there. So vitiligo is a lack of pigment in your skin, and each year I find a new part of my body that has it. And last year was my eyelid. I can't remember, I think it's this eyelid. This eyelid is a lot lighter than this eyelid, so it always looks like I have makeup on this eye and no makeup on this eye. So if you've ever thought that, or you ever thought, oh, your eye looks red, it's probably that, because I don't have any pigment in my sort of upper eye here at all. And when I get a suntan, you can really see it, especially in my hands. You can really see it. I think I showed it last year, and I have it in the corner of my lips as well. You can probably see it a little bit at the moment, just, and round my lips. So yeah, I have vitiligo. It was diagnosed a few years ago, and at first they thought it was like a fungal thing, because it started on my hands, around my fingernails and that, and then as years went on, they just said that I've got vitiligo. There's nothing that I can do about it. It will probably get worse, and all I have to do is, when I'm out in the sun, just make sure that I don't burn and make sure I put sun cream on, which is what I do anyway. My ankles have gone down so much, so I have been sitting on the sofa with my feet up as much as I can, and my toes even started to swell a little bit, but I don't know whether it was the heat, because obviously we're not walking around as much and going out and whatever. But today they are fine. Yesterday they were a lot better. There was still a tiny little bit of swelling around my ankle bone, but today it's all gone. Everything is completely gone. So I think it was just where it got really warm the other day. So that's all fine. I did finish my, let me show you, my rainbow. Someone asked if I finished it and backed it. I did, but it's massive and it takes up all the light from my window. So at the moment it's balancing on the top of the ladder. I did back it just on some cardboard. It was a parcel that we got delivered, and I've just sort of put it up here. Ian did knock it down, so whether I can get it back up here is a different story. But I'm thinking of actually putting it in the front room window. I know not many people go that way, or it's only sort of us that was going to see it, but either that or put it in the stairway window. so I might do that as well, or either, not as well. I can't split it in two. So yeah, I am going to sort the puzzle out today and split the edges out of the box and see if I can get any of that done. But like I said, it will be on the floor, so yeah, I won't be doing too much of that at once, just because I'm not going to be able to sit on the floor for too long. But yeah, that is what's happened this morning. Was there anything else that I wanted to say quickly? I don't think so. I can't remember. But I'm just catching up with YouTube again as usual. I sort of nearly caught up yesterday, other than a couple of videos, but then where everyone is doing dailies, then every day there's a few videos to watch. I haven't edited yet, but I'll do that later. I'm quite enjoying doing it later on in the day. Yeah, what else? Nothing much at the moment, so I'm gonna just get on with the day. It's 5 to 12, so it's still early. A lot earlier than I've been starting the day recently, so but I'll just take you along with me throughout the day and show you what I get up to, whether that's knitting or crochet or puzzles or cross stitch or whatever floats my boat at the time. And I'll hope to get a few more clips today than I have done in the past, so let's get today going. Slight change of plan for today. I'm just heading over to Tesco. I've just looked in the fridge and there's food in the fridge that went out of date and I didn't realise. So we have no dinners for the next couple of days. And I've got food in the freezer, which I can get out. I've got chicken in the freezer, so I'm going to probably get that out for tomorrow. It probably won't defrost by tonight anyway, so I'm going to quickly run over there and get dinners for the next 3 or 4 days, just because Ian gets paid Friday, and so yeah, we're at the end of the month for pay, so I can't go in there and get like a great big bulk load of food. So that's what I'm going to go and do, is just get food until Friday, I think. It's Tuesday today, so that's like 4 days worth of food, and then hopefully Friday or Saturday I'll go back over there, and depending on what I can get today, like if there's stuff that I can just pick up like in the freezer aisle and stuff in the freezer and things like that. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm not going to take you with me, but I've put this on so I can cover my mouth if I need to. I've put my cardigan on because it is quite cold out, and yeah, I'm back from the dreaded Tesco. Have I got pizza around my face? Possibly. Anyway, ignore that for a second. I've just had some pizza that was left over from dinner last night. Anyway, Tesco was manic. Even though they were only letting so many people in, I still think they're letting too many people in at a time, because it's really busy in there. The first time that I went in there it was fine, but yeah, I just think that they're letting too many in, and I don't know whether that's because they're trying to keep the queue down outside, because it is sort of going around the shop or like round the building. But at the end of the day, I think they need to start not letting so many people in so you can get round and do what you need to do. They've got a one-way system that nobody takes any notice of, and so yeah, it's just a bit like pathetic, to be honest. But I got what I needed to get, and I did pick up some Easter eggs, and I know that they're not essential items, but I was in there anyway, so I did pick up a couple of cheap Easter eggs. They were reduced by 70%, so I got a big Galaxy one for £2, a Thornton one for £1.60. I also got the boys the little Lint bunnies. They were 50p each. I don't know when I'm going to see the boys or whatever, but I thought I'd get them anyway because they're going to last a couple of months, and I'm sure I'm going to sort of not pop, but I've got obviously the cardigan that I want to give Casey at some point. I've got the socks that I've just finished her. I'll have the activity book that I'll finish, and there'll be a few bits and bobs that I want to just drop off and make sure she's got at some point in the future. And I believe Easter eggs last a couple of months anyway. I'm sure they do. Anyway, never mind. It's only chocolate. But we've still got Easter egg here, like from when it was before Easter, and we haven't eaten it yet. But I'm gonna sit down and I've soaked the socks that I've made. I just need to wring them out and put them on the blocker and then hang them up. So I'm gonna do that in a second. I did that before I went out, so they'll be ready to be taken out and rinsed. I use hand wash soap. I don't actually use like a wall light or anything like that because I just haven't got any. So I just use a hand wash detergent, tiny little bit in the water, just to soften the yarn up basically. So I'm going to do that in a second, and then I'm going to do the puzzle, I think, because that's what I am feeling. So I'm going to do that and then go from there. It's nice and sunny today, really sunny. I thought it was quite chilly this morning, but it's not really been too bad. I come back from Tesco and I was roasting. It's 10 to 2 now, so I'm going to put my plate in the kitchen, wipe the pizza off my face, and maybe sort out some puzzle. So I'm now sitting on the floor and I have pulled my puzzle out, and I have also pulled out the mats my blocking mats that I've put in front of the TV so I can still watch telly. The table is over there. What we're going to do about dinner, I do not know, because Ian uses that table to eat dinner on, so I'm not sure, but this might be able to slide under the chair, or majority of it might be able to slide under the chair, or I'll be able to slide it over that way later on. I'm not going to be able to do this puzzle in one day, I just know that for a fact, but we will work around it as it's something that I want to do. So I'm going to start putting all the edge pieces onto the mat, and I am going to try and get the outside or the edges done first. So I don't think I've actually shown you the box or what this puzzle actually looks like. So here we go. It's called The Circus. It does say somewhere. The Circus. Oops. So it says on the side of the box, and it says how big it is, so that's why I've got the mats out. But it does look really colourful and really nice. So yeah, I'm just sorting out all the edge pieces at the moment. I was just on the phone to my mum whilst I was sorting them out, and my mum actually bought this for me for Christmas, and I just said, look what I'm doing. She was like, oh god. I said, I'm going to be here for the next 3 years doing this. So just getting the edge pieces are hard enough, but I'm going to try and get as many as I can. I've got 2 corners, so I need to find another 2 corners, and then I'm just going to sort of pull bits out as I need them, sort of thing, like if I'm doing a pink bit or if I'm doing a purple bit or whatever, I'll sort of work my way around that way. So yeah, I am looking forward to getting some of these pieces put together. So it's now 5 o'clock and I've got this much of the puzzle done, which is not a lot. Sorry about the light here and here, which is not a lot. I was sat on the floor and my back's gone. My leg started to get pins and needles, so I've sat up on the chair, and I've gone downstairs and got the washing in and done bits and bobs, so I've sort of moved around, so it's not too bad. But I might sit back on the floor and just do another hour or so until Ian gets home. He ain't home yet, obviously. Oh, speak of the devil, and he appears. Ian's FaceTiming me, so let's see what he wants. He's probably on his way home. And yeah, so I'm just editing yesterday's vlog, and I have finished, blocked and dried these lovely socks. I might even make a pair for myself. There was 42 grams here, so there's definitely enough to make myself a pair, as I don't go over 50 grams for shorty socks. So and I very rarely go over 50 grams for long socks. So yeah, but these are really nice and nice and squishy now they've been blocked. My next pair of socks, the theme, sorry if you can hear the telly, the theme is short and sweet. They were short, but I have got one ball of this Drops Delight print. I'll just show you that. In the colourway 20, which is some really lovely purples fading into a creamy whitey colour. I've only got one ball of this, so I will knit one sock at a time, and I will make them really short, or I will make them the same as this. So I will do the ankles the same. So literally, but what I'm thinking is doing the rib a 1x1 twisted, because this yarn does feel a little bit loose, if that makes sense, and I don't want the cuff to be too loose. So a 1x1 twisted rib for the cuffs. I was going to wind it into two 50 gram balls, but then I thought I'll probably get too much waste, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to pull it from the centre and make one sock and then make the other. So I'm just waiting for this to finish rendering, then I'll upload it. My puzzle is now down here. I've abandoned it for today because it's going to get dark as well, and daylight is the best light. So I'm going to cast on for a pair of socks. I'm going to do a square for the Earth book, and then after that, what's the time now? 8 o'clock. Oh. Then after that I might work on my top that's in the bag up there. But we shall see. I don't know how long all this is going to take. Because it's light so late still, I keep thinking it's a lot earlier than what it is. But it's literally 5 to 8. So, and Casey's now ringing me. Hello. Say hello. Right, I'm going to speak to Casey and I'll speak to you soon. Lifeguard. So I finished another square for the book, and I had this much left. So I played yarn chicken and won. So this is 35 rows. I've done it the same size as the others. And then I decided to knit some socks. I've got my needle in my holder, and as you can see, you can't see anything. I've done the cuff, and let me just get it back out of this like a donut. I've put it in here. I've done 10 rows of 2x2 twisted rib. I did start with about 10 stitches of doing 1x1, but then I thought, well, let me do 2x2 because that's what I fancy. And it is coming up a bit tighter. Let me go show you the other side. It's coming up a bit tighter than just a normal rib, so I'm hoping that it will work out okay. The yarn, this yarn is, I did show you earlier on, the Drops Delight, and it is just not plied at all or anything. It's just like fluff. It's really sort of, it's splitting like mad because it's not been twisted very well, and I can easily sort of, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just sort of, yeah, it's splitting quite a lot. So I can't wait till the rib is done because I'm hoping that knitting it will be nicer than trying to purl and a twisted knit stitch. So I'll carry on with those. These are going to be my May socks, so I've started them early. Who knows, I might even get them done in April and be a whole month ahead of myself, but we shall see. I'm not going to do any on my top tonight. I'm going to go to bed shortly. So yeah, that's that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you are all keeping safe. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I can't remember if I actually mentioned it at the weekend at all, but I hope you had a lovely weekend, even though we can't go and see family and whatever, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye.